Hi, my name is Teresa Jurgens. I am the author of the Innovation Process book, one of the 4 books in the Innovation book series. There's also the Innovation Answer book, Innovation Question book, and Innovation Portfolio book. Get your copy of the Innovation Process book by scanning that QR code. That gets you to Amazon, where you can purchase either a paperback or Kindle version. I recommend the paperback because there are so many graphs and figures that I think that will be most helpful for you. This is episode 29. We are wrapping up part 3 of WAGILE product development, and we are reading chapter 16 today. So let's go ahead and get started. Cautions for WAGILE new product development. While WAGILE selects the best components of waterfall and agile project management methodologies to create a flexible, customer-focused new product development process, there are still areas of caution when implementing WAGILE. We recommend implementation of a WAGILE product development process under conditions as shown in figure 16-1 on the screen. Other implementations of WAGILE are successful when an organization seeks to add flexibility to a mature, staged, and gated process, or when Scrum has failed for tangible product development. Just as bureaucracy can creep into any staged and gated or Scrum process, excessive monitoring and reporting can destroy the advantages of WAGILE. Another area of caution when implementing WAGILE includes not deviating from data-driven decisions and ensuring the appropriate team makes product and value decisions. The bureaucratic beast. In parts 1 and 2, we observed that staged and gated systems and agile processes can become bloated, especially as organizations mature. Gate creep is common when waterfall systems are implemented to manage product development. Executives become fearful of failure, a natural outcome of product development, and attempt to reduce risk by forcing later stage decisions to earlier phases. A typical result of gate creep is that creativity declines. Similar to gate creep, we observe excessive planning in Scrum in an attempt to manage coordination of multiple projects run by small teams. More planning means less work accomplished and more churn within product development teams. Sprints were meant to operate without interruption and to generate incremental work outputs. Continual planning often prevents progress. Unfortunately, ineffective implementations of WAGILE can also suffer from gate creep and other organizational bureaucratic tendencies. Gate reviews are meant to be simple and short verification that the project is on track. A one-page gate checklist, as in figure 12-5, in a readable font is sufficient for senior management to validate that the new product development effort is progressing within the agreed upon constraints. If the WAGILE team has iterated activities within a stage and still cannot achieve agreed upon success metrics, the gate is another opportunity to cancel the project and reassign resources. Another area of concern is that documentation and preparation for gates in WAGILE can become excessive. Unfortunately, this is a byproduct of human nature. People want to present their best work to management, and managers expect to see completed work. As WAGILE is implemented in your organization, be sure to put emphasis on changing the mindset of people. A new product cannot be expected to be perfect or successful every time, and people make mistakes. Furthermore, markets, technologies, and competitors can change enough to make a once attractive idea no longer so. Watch out for any circumstances in which WAGILE team members or senior management begins requesting additional documentation. Bureaucratic beasts feed on documentation. Bypassing data in decisions. As we've learned in the previous chapters, WAGILE is based upon concepts of design thinking in which the customer is the prime focus for new product development. Feeding the bureaucratic beast with documentation and gate creep often result in missing the most important element in new product development, customer feedback. Recall that each stage and gate in WAGILE must include customer feedback to verify the idea remains relevant and profitable. Skipping data like customer feedback can doom a new product development project. In other situations, senior management puts forth a pet idea and hopes that it can be successful in the marketplace. Data and customers must validate ideas for projects. For example, a senior manager at an e-commerce firm viewed a vendor software demonstration and thought it would help the company with email campaigns. The manager was assured by the vendor that the software was plug and play with any system, so he proceeded to engage a supplier. Fast forward 2 years, and integration of the software was still ongoing with few results. The original Scrum team was supplemented by a change management team, a training team, and at least 2 additional coding teams. Based on only a gut feel and no data, the manager cost the organization in dollars, resource allocation, and lost opportunities. Decisions must be based on customer need, and there must be objective data available, qualitative or quantitative, to support any new product decision. A search for perfection. Much like the failure to define done in Scrum, a search for perfection in WAGILE can lead to eternal iterations. For example, in stage 1, a WAGILE team might be wholly convinced of the merit of their idea. They may create multiple concepts and hold multiple tests with potential customers. Negative affirmations can drive the team to creating more concepts and repeat testing, and again and again. If customers are not responding positively to a product concept after a couple of iterations, the WAGILE team needs to admit that it is time to halt the activities of the stage. It is crucial to set success parameters up front for iterations within a given WAGILE stage. In this example, perhaps the validation rate for a concept is 80%. If the approval rate is not met after 3 consecutive iterations of 20 or more potential customers, the idea is retired. One of the most overlooked costs in new product development is captured within the search for perfection. As resources are committed to one project, they are not available to spend on another. Stages and gates provide incremental investment and data-driven decision points to prevent such lost opportunity costs. Training people to accept a failed concept and to move to the next idea in the pipeline can yield amazing levels of success via improved speed to market. Business case ownership. One of the concerns in Scrum is that the product owner fails to represent the voice of an external customer. WAGILE uses the role of the customer representative to share customer needs, wants, and concerns, as well as market trends and fads. However, it is clear that the project leader holds profit and loss responsibility for a product, product family, or brand category. While it is useful to test new technologies with existing and potential customers for knowledge building, if the idea cannot generate appropriate levels of profit for the firm, the project must be killed. In WAGILE, the project leader owns the business case. Working with the customer representative and the cross-functional development team, the project leader evaluates whether a business case for a new product is feasible. If not, the WAGILE team must recommend that the project be halted. Note that the project leader does not have any more authority than any other member of the WAGILE team, including the cross-functional new product development team, team leader, or customer representative. However, just as the technical members of the WAGILE product development team will make final decisions regarding functions and engineering, the project leader makes final decisions regarding the profitability of the new product. These roles and responsibilities are clearly laid out in Chapter 13, as well as in the Working Team Grid, Figure 13-2. Avoiding pitfalls in WAGILE new product development. Every process in every business is susceptible to excessive bureaucracy. Most people want to avoid failure. However, new product development moves the fastest when there's little bureaucracy and when management trusts the WAGILE team to work with agreed upon constraints. Risk is managed by the staged and gated approach, while continuous customer feedback prevents huge market misses. Ensuring effective change management when implementing a new process is key to long-term success, as well as helping all people in the organization adopt a new mindset, focusing first on the customer. We're now wrapped up with part 3. So next time we're going to go ahead and jump into part 4, Lean New Product Development, what you've been waiting for. Again, get a copy of the Innovation Process book at Amazon with the square QR code and join us starting August 12, 2025 for the course. 6 weeks, an hour and a half each session. And we're going to cover in week 1, the staged and gated processes. Week 2, agile processes, Scrum. Weeks 3 and 4 will cover what we've just talked about, WAGILE product development customized for your organization, and then 5 and 6 will cover lean new product development. Again, we customize each discussion and process so that you walk away with something you can implement into your organization immediately. Thanks for being here, and next time we'll catch up with you on part 4, lean new product development.